All right, guys, hope you're doing well. Time for a little handgun enthusiasm. These are my top 5 iconic handguns. Culturally iconic through the use by our military, lawmen, and outlaws, both past and present, and citizens legally and illegally, and less important but more influential, the entertainment industry. Number 5, the Beretta 92 FS. I would be lying to you if I told you I wasn't influenced by a TV series. I'd seen the Inox version. Wasn't quite sure about the gun. Beautiful looking gun, very recognizable due to the open slide design, but it wasn't until the compact version came along that I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger and buy one for myself. Number 4, the Glock, any model at all. Love them or hate them, there's no denying Glock's innovative influence in the handgun world. Two of my favorite movie quotes about Glocks come from U.S. Marshals. Get yourself a Glock and lose that nickel-plated sissy pistol. And these things are so cool, they can shoot underwater. Pour sand in them and they'll shoot. They shoot every time. And that's just about the truth. Number 3, the Walther PPK. Growing up, I watched all of Ian Fleming's agents in action, not to mention Honor Blackman. For years, I looked around at different models and realized I didn't want to be shooting a whole lot of 380. So when I got wind of the 22 version, that's the model I waited for. Excellent shooting little gun and easily one of the most iconic handguns. Go ahead and ask me, is Sean Connery the best 00? Seriously, ask. Yes. Number 2, the Colt 1911. Many would consider it number 1, officially adopted by the Secretary of War on March 29, 1911. Stayed in service until 1985. Still in service with Special Operations Law Enforcement. Many people use it for a concealed carry option. Slim frame, single stack, easy to carry, just a smooth trigger. And if you want to make a new shooter feel good about themselves, take them to the range and let them shoot a 1911. This gun's been making amateurs look like professionals for the past 100 years. Number 1, the Colt Single Action Army. This is what I consider the most iconic handgun. Certainly one of the most popular and influential handguns in American history. This is a 3rd generation. I'd love to have a 1st or 2nd generation. I remember watching this gun in action with reruns on TV from Bonanza and The Lone Ranger, not to mention a whole bunch of different westerns where you see this gun in action. I also had 2 friends I met on YouTube that contributed to my passion for single actions, Big Daddy Hoffman 1911 and Mr. 45 Bullet. Their passion for single actions is contagious. Once I started down that trail, I've never looked back. In fact, one of my dream guns within reach is a single action. Now, talking about iconic YouTubers, do y'all know my hollow point? Chuck was actually born the year the Single Action Army was brought into production, and I'm not talking about the 2nd or 3rd generations. One of the guns I'd love to see brought back into production would be the Single Action Army Beasley. That was produced from 1896 to 1915. I want to leave you with a quote from Samuel Colt himself. The good people of this world are very far from being satisfied with each other, and my arms are the best peacemakers. I'll talk to y'all later.